Hello, welcome back to Benzo. Today we're going to talk about one of the most fascinating questions of life. Where did life arise from? Well, one of these theories, maybe all of the theories, are related to where water arises from. So we have this basic Lewis structure of water where it shows the partially negative oxygen and the partially positives hydrogen. They are because of that chemical properties, they can dissolve many polar molecules like glucose, charged ions, all the things that we need for life. So they're considered the universal solvent where all metabolic chemical reactions take place. So, for example, in a prokaryotic um, cell organism, it all the metabolic chemical reactions take place in the cytoplasm, which is mostly constituent of water. So well, but I'm not covering this. I want to cover the HL part of water, which states that water covers 71% of Earth's surface. How is it possible that we maintain all of this water inside Earth? Well, it has basically two reasons for that, and I like to divide them in the Earth and reason for retention, and the solar system and reason for water retention. So, let's go to the Earth. Well, since the Earth has this immense mass, it exerts a strong gravitational pull, which which pushes oceanic water to the center of Earth, as well as air and even all of the people. Right now, you're being pushed towards the center of the Earth. So, one of the reasons for this retention is the gravity, Earth's gravitational pull. Well, so can you guess how all this water is kept in the solar system? Well, now it's very interesting because we need this water here that we discovered to condense. How do they condense? In the Goldilocks zone. What is this zone? Benzo. Well, this zone is a zone where from the sun that is not too hot and that is not too cold, and that is just right for water to exist as liquid. So if it was in water, it would evaporate, it would be gas. And if it was too cold, it would be ice, it would be solid. But now, in the right Goldilocks zone, which is this green part which contains Earth, Mars, Venus, it's the distance of the sun where temperatures are low enough to condense water. So, as we covered everything here, since this is a short HL section, let's just review before we go to the IB questions. There's two reasons for the retention of water: gravity and the Goldilocks zone. You're expected to define the Goldilocks zone. So, what is that again? The Goldilocks zone is the distance between the sun and the planet, which we would consider Earth, where water can exist in the form of liquid, because it's needed in the form of liquid because it's where the metabolic reactions are gonna take place. So pause the video now and try these IB questions. So let's answer the questions. What is the most widely accepted hypothesis for the extraplanetary origin of most of Earth's water? Well, we didn't cover this yet, but I wanted you to use some critical thinking. What would it look like? What do you think it came? Well, it came from asteroids. Asteroids that had that were made up of 38%, around 38% of water, hit Earth and delivered that water. And since Earth is in the Goldilocks zone, it could condense water to a liquid form. So A is wrong because of the frozen water, right? Because we're not talking about frozen water, we're talking about liquid water. So asteroids impact depositing water. The early solar system formation looks like the most promising one because volcanic eruptions forming water from hydrogen gas, it was not enough for the Goldilocks zone. And photosynthetic bacteria producing water, well, that's not until some years after, right? So it's C. The Goldilocks zone refers to, let's look at the most viable option. A region of space containing planets with solid surfaces. Well, this is not what we talked about. I mean, you had the planets and all of that. Oh, the range of distances from a star where liquid water can exist. Oh, this seems promising. The core of a planet where the first organic molecules formed. No. The distance of a planet from a black hole. Well, so it's 1C to be common if you got it right. Please like, please subscribe and watch all the other videos. Thank you.